I fell way too hard for the first girl who liked me. And this experience is what pushed me to learn how to approach more women and how to become better with women so I could meet girls that I really connected with, that I was really attracted to, and have the dating life that I truly desired. And guys, let me tell you about this experience so you can see what I've gone through and maybe you've gone through something similar. I remember when I met this girl, I had no women in my life. In fact, she was someone I worked with. So I didn't even meet her out in like a social environment. She was forced into an environment where we had to see each other and interact. And I was really attracted to her, but I was so nervous to approach any girl, let alone a girl I work with, and have to see if I get rejected, that I couldn't approach her. She actually approached me and she started the interaction with me. And once I realized that she was into me, I mean, the way it made me feel, feeling desired, feeling validated, feeling attractive by a girl that other people are attracted to, but she's ignoring them and just coming for me instead, that made me feel so confident. In fact, at one point she told me that one reason she was so attracted to me is because she thought I was super confident. And it made sense for her to think that, even though I wasn't, because I was a chef. And at this point, when she started working with us at the kitchen, I was already in charge. And I had been cooking for like 6 years. So I was super confident in that environment. So in that environment, I came off super attractive, super confident, high presence, high value, a leader, right? So it was obvious she was attracted to me, but I was not that way outside of that environment. Now, we started dating, and what this led to, of having no other abundance, having no other women in my life, was me falling too hard for this girl. And I started to do super romantic things for her. And I mean, that's who I am. Like, I am a hopeless romantic at heart for sure. So like buying flowers that were named after her daughter, because her daughter's name was the name of a flower. So I bought those flowers to try to impress her. Or setting up a secret dinner date at work that was extremely inappropriate, but trying to do it for her anyway. That actually didn't even happen. It fell through, but I had planned it all out because I was so infatuated with this woman. Everyone knew about our relationship. Everyone around us saw, and they were either really jealous if they barely knew, or they were trying to tell me, she's no good for you, she's using you. Not with those words directly because they didn't want to hurt my feelings, but they were trying to help me get away from this because there were so many red flags I was ignoring because I didn't have the confidence to meet other women. So I was all in on this one woman. This put me in a situation where I gave up all of my power to this girl, and I was doing everything, pedestalizing her, trying to impress her, trying to keep her, trying to just get her to say yes, be my boyfriend, so that I could finally let go, so that I could finally, I don't know what I would have done had she actually agreed to be in a relationship with me. She never did. She actually just strung me along for months until one day she broke up with me and married another dude. That was horrible. It was heartbreaking, but it was what I needed. I needed to go through this experience of this, not necessarily like immediate heartbreaking rejection, but this strung along, brutal, go through the mud situationship, really, until she just flat out left and married somebody else. Like, she really used me to make him jealous so that he would try harder, and then he proposed and she said yes. And that destroyed me, but it also helped me rebuild myself and create the dating life that I have now. And I know so many guys go through this experience and don't talk about it. They don't talk about it because they think it's normal. They think it's normal. I didn't think it was that out of place. To be honest, at the time, I didn't question it. I thought it's normal to meet girls who have red flags and have these sort of situations. It was real love, I thought. And she just has a difficult situation. I tried to do everything to convince myself that this wasn't what it plainly was, which was I just got used by a woman who was toxic. And that's it. That's the only thing that happened. And I couldn't see that in those moments. I was too blinded by the infatuation, by the way I felt, by the validation, by feeling confident, feeling attractive. And it started to damage my life because it damaged my work. Because I would prioritize her. I would make sure that she went to more events. We were a catering company. So we'd have to do like weddings and parties. And if you went to a party or a wedding or some kind of event, you made more money. And so I would send her to a bunch of events and give her a bunch of money. And it wasn't because she tried to do that, tried to convince me to do that. I just did it because I just liked her so much. I thought she was amazing. I was like, she's gonna be a great worker. She's gonna do all these things. And people tried to convince me like, she's not that great, Brandon. She's not that great of a worker. In fact, she's kind of lazy. She tries to skip out on work. She tells you she's sick, and you just buy it, but she's clearly just hungover. And I just bought it. I didn't even question it. I thought she would never lie to me. This is the love of my life. I thought crazy things like that. Being in that situation, that is what happens when you have a scarcity. When you have scarcity in your dating life, when you're not meeting women regularly, when you're not facing rejection and making approaches and going through that experience and building your own confidence and your own presence and your own confidence in yourself so that you don't fall into these traps with these women. This is why gold diggers are so successful, because men don't find this confidence in themselves. They just fall into the relationship with the girl and they have enough value to provide the girl that she's willing to be in the relationship even though she's not attracted to you. Or maybe she is physically attracted to you, but she's definitely not in love with you, but she'll marry you. She will marry you because she wants your money. Now, I'm not saying a lot of girls are even gold diggers. I think most women, in my opinion, would make great girlfriends. I think women are fantastic. But there are negative women out there. There are gold diggers. There are the girls like the one I dated who I wouldn't know how you'd categorize. They're toxic. There are toxic girls. There are girls with plenty of red flags. But there are also plenty of very good potential girlfriend girls out there. But you don't know that if you're not going out and meeting girls, or you're only meeting girls in environments that you have no control over, like work. I don't know who's going to work at a kitchen. And in fact, a lot of people who work at kitchens are like ex-prisoners, or people who just don't need background checks, or they're people that don't speak English. They're people who are illegally here in the country, which doesn't necessarily make them negative. I'm just saying you get people from all walks of life, and sometimes a lot of people who have negative baggage to bring to the table, so they don't make great partners. But if you're not meeting anybody, of course you're going to go for them. Of course you're going to fall for them. Of course you're going to think they're more attractive than they really are. Of course you're going to put yourself out there with them and try to date them. Overcoming this horrible experience and finding the confidence in myself afterwards that allowed me to build myself up and become the man I am today is the greatest blessing. Honestly, I'm so grateful I had that relationship with that girl. I'm so grateful that I gave my all in that relationship, because that was how I was thinking. Even if this is not the relationship I want, even if she's got red flags, she's toxic, and this is not going to work out, I'm going to give my all. This relationship is not going to end because I didn't try hard enough. That was the mentality I had. And that's what led me to have such a negative fallback. But it's also what led me to grow so much from the experience. That's why I highly encourage you guys to take risks and meet more women and get out there and put yourselves in situations and just keep trying. Don't eject too early. Don't give up. And if you want help with this process, I coach men on this. This is something that I learned to a point where I'm confident teaching other people how to do it. And now I'm so confident I can help you with this. I guarantee that we can make whatever situation you have exactly what you want it to be. If you want help building your own confidence and building your own dating life, you can schedule a call at the link below and work with me one-on-one, and we can help you overcome your challenges and build the life you truly desire. Anyway, guys, that's all for this video. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.